You can't stop Chad Henne. You can only hope to contain him. Let's be real, guys. What's going on? We got Bucs Saints coming up. I think kickoff is real quick. 3:30 p.m. Pacific time it is for me. This game is scheduled for 3:40, so we got 10 minutes till kickoff. I haven't had a chance to actually look at this market yet, so let's take a look and see what it is looking like. That game was awesome, by the way, guys. I was on the edge of my seat seeing if the Browns could manage to make a comeback in that one. My camera doesn't seem very clear, but who knows? Who cares? Josh Allen was first. Mudhole is best. Sarah Vuth asked any value bet to tonight's game. Browns defense is trash, said Ryan. Chad Henne for the win. You can't stop Chad Henne. What's going on, Jimmy? 888 in the house. Saints are going to cream pie the Bucs, says Ryan. Big Ryan, nice and big. Hell yeah, brother. Fat guy should be joining us shortly. I know he was he wasn't at his place watching this game, so we'll see when he is able to get home and join. Yeah, I'm real zoomed in today. My camera doesn't look very clear. Drew Brees tonight, said Jimmy. So let's take a look at this market. We have 51% of the bets on the Bucs. I might as well just bring it over. I'll cover my face for a minute because this is a lot more important than that. I got that Obi-Wan hair. I don't know what his hair looks like, but if it's anything like this, I feel bad for him. All right, so we've got Bucs Saints. The line has pushed down to Bucs plus 2.5, which is interesting to note. What else is interesting to note here, guys, is this percent of money. It's even for all games. 54% on Bucs, 46% on Saints, or 55-45 now. It just updated. 51% of the total bets on the Bucs, 55% of the money, helping push this line down to 2.5. Books are just taking equal amount of action on each side. I know the one thing that Otis was talking about, he was talking about the under in this game. It's interesting to note that it opened at 50.5, but it's been bet up to 53. I just want to double check on the on what Pinnacle had it at. So let's take a look here. Let's pull up the over under. So it's saying it's 53. I'm just going to go big screen with this one so you guys can see what I'm looking at. So it opened at 50 and the line has pushed up to 53 with juice on the under 53 at minus 112. Only 20% of bettors. So 80% of the bettors have helped push this up. However, when we take a look at this, that 20% of the bettors have 47% of the money. I think I haven't made a bet yet today, but I think I might do one unit on the under. I just feel like 53 is pretty high. I'm curious as to why the books have pushed this up despite there being equal money on both sides, but they've probably done it because there is equal money on both sides. So I'm going to end up doing one unit on the under 53. Otherwise, there doesn't look like there is a ton of value. The books are taking a little bit of exposure on the Bucs, but it's so little that they're going to make money either way. I lost my Baker passing prop and Nick Chubb rushing prop. That's too bad, Ryan. Drew Brees retiring, says Josh Allen. I think that's what the reports have said, but who knows until it actually happens. Yeah, Ryan, I do watch Canucks games. I didn't get to watch last night. I saw they got shut out 3-0. So I've got one unit on the under 53. I'm just catching up on some of these lines. I see they've already got a Bills Chiefs line out, but it's really just a money line. They don't actually have a spread out yet, but if you had to say, it's going to be Chiefs -3 at the moment. Zaps, I bet, what was the first game yesterday? I bet, I'm so, like, I can't believe I can't remember right now. Uh, I bet the Rams against the spread, and I put 1 unit on the Rams money line as well. So I went 0-2 yesterday, Zaps. And then today, the only bet I made is going to be 1 unit on the under for this game that's coming up. And I got it at 53. Do you think it's better to take the losing NHL team on a back-to-back versus the same team? I have no clue, Ryan. I would just be guessing if I said anything there. I have no idea. Just like Super Wildcard Weekend, we have super big Rye. This is the biggest I'm going to get. I don't know how much bigger I could get. If I could go full screen. I just don't get why this webcam is supposed to be HD. It sure doesn't look HD to me. Fat guy should be joining shortly, so it shouldn't be as bad. I think I'm pretty sure we got Chiefs in the contest, so I think Fat Guy and I might be 0-3 in the contest this week. Browns end up covering the 10 points. Yeah, we are 0-3 this week, guys. Not a very strong playoff so far from the Fat Guy and I. And it was interesting because the Fat Guy and I were really on the fence about every one of these picks, and now we're 0-3 somehow. Mickey's going on the Bucks as well, and the under. Untouchable, you're on the under as well. I gotta make sure I've invited the fat guy. I don't even know if I sent him an invite. He might be sitting there waiting for it. Mud's on the Bucks as well. And then some first touchdown props and anytime touchdown for Gronk and AB. What's going on, Mickey? How you doing? Any value in the NBA markets tonight? Let's take a look. It looks like Philly OKC was postponed, so that game's off the board. There's only 3 more games to be played. Utah, Denver, New Orleans, Sacramento, Indiana, LAC. It's tough. There's definitely contrarian plays to be made on the Nuggets, the Kings, and the Pacers. I think the Kings would probably be the best contrarian play. I don't know if I would play the Nuggets or play the Pacers. But the Pelicans Kings line has stayed it opened at 2. It stayed at 2.5. And despite there being so many people on the Pelicans side, the line's kind of frozen at 2.5. Oh, this you are seeing the wild side of Big Rye. The excitement doesn't get too much higher than this. I have to be the level-headed one. I'm the if this is Kenny versus Spenny, I have to be Spenny. Fat guy gets to be like the cool mom or whatever he wants to call it. All right, looks like we have the kickoff is just about to hit. Ryan, I attended both Douglas College and Simon Fraser University. I wouldn't recommend either. All right, so Bucks start with the ball. What's going on, Dylan? How you do? I was in business administration. That's my degree. A BA in entrepreneurship and innovation. Bucks start out with a run. It looks like Fournette's getting that first carry. Do you guys know if I should check the inactives? Just give me a moment. Fat guy's in the building.
Oh, hello.
What's going on?
Not much sure. How about yourself?
What did you think of that first game?
Bizarre. Only a Browns game could be that bizarre.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I got dinged, though. I took a future at 5-1 for a couple $100 on the Bills to win the Super Bowl, which has gotten a lot better in the last 2 days. And then everyone bet the Browns today. So they went 3 for 3 this weekend so far. They all have the Saints again, so we'll see.
Damn.
So I have Bucks +3 +115. That's my line.
It seems like the chat is most people are on the Bucks against the spread. I ended up taking the under in this game at 53. DTF is wondering when fantasy is going to be updated.
I haven't been home, but I am now, so I will do it.
Airing it out to Gronkowski on 3rd and 3. It's incomplete. Saints are going to get the ball. So it's a quick 3 and out here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Dylan, are you excited for this game? What do you think? How many points do you think the Saints are going to win by? Fat guy doing the mukbang early on in this game.
Girlfriend got me a Blizzard.
Deontay Harris with an excellent return. He took a huge hit too when he made that catch, and it just bounced him back, and then he was able to almost take it to the house, but it looks like their Saints are going to start in the red zone. DTF has them winning by 7.
Oh, 7's reasonable.
If the Saints put up points here, I got a feeling that's what the live line is going to be close to. What's going
So
on,
I hope Pat
Jamie?
plays next week too. Google.
What's going on, Jamie? That was an exciting win for the Chiefs.
I have a question. Worst clock management of all time award, Andy Reid?
No, the Bills. The Bills by far.
Bills are no, I don't know by
Bills.
far. Some of those
worse.
plays, they ran 2 plays from shotgun to close the game out.
Yeah, they got the win.
So, yeah, but that's being results then.
Sonny said, "Boys, FKC, they can't cover for shit. I feel like a Dylan, and I took the Chiefs at -8.5." Oh, the Chiefs
could have.
The Chiefs at -8.5 were technically a contrarian play.
Yeah, it actually was.
I didn't pull the trigger, but the books definitely moved that line to try to get more action on Kansas City at kickoff. It worked. They did get more action. It evened out. But they definitely took exposure on the Browns, especially for people who got them at 10.5. And Jamie said he just got his heart started again. Hope Pat plays next week. Dylan took the Browns. I don't even see the comment you talked about, LOL. Sure you did, Dylan. Ask him I did. Isn't it? Is it coming up there? Can you guys see it? I don't think so. Well, that's even more reason for me to keep this chat up, because at least you guys can see this one.
I'm updating, so I'm going to be a little bit quiet in chat. Did anyone draft Tyler Huntley?
Definitely not.
That was a joke.
Haha.
They're going to get a flag for a big hit. This is sucky. Just hokey. Really, really, really hokey.
First and goal for the Saints.
He hit him with his shoulder, man.
What was the call?
Whatchamacallit? Illegal use of a helmet, like lowering a helmet to hit him.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah.
Was it a defenseless receiver?
No,
That's the
it
only
was
thing I could see
initiating.
them call.
It was initiating contact with the helmet, like lowering your helmet.
It's just a bad call. Kamara gets tackled here, so it's going to be third and goal just outside the 5. I think Dylan might have found his kryptonite here in Sunny.
Good. We need a foil. There's no way.
Oh man, they call it incomplete. I'm interested to see this one slowed down. No, he is out of bounds, unfortunately, for Michael Thomas. He doesn't have the ball quite grasped before his knee hits out of bounds. Really close, though. Hopefully, Uzbekistani Roland Walton doesn't show up to chat. Despite the oh. I'm gonna ask chat this because I asked earlier what people think the over under is gonna be for the Bills Chiefs game, because there is one out, but I just from seeing how many points Kansas City can put up and seeing how Buffalo has called their games, I really don't know what to set that OU at. And there is a number, so it has been set. Dylan's Foreigners versus the World. Or Foreigners versus his world. I like to view things from Sonny's perspective, but I can't seem to get my head that far up my arse. With some poop emojis. Sonny's don't think Dylan will ever have a wife. This is terrific.
I'm just going to let it go.
Shady, who guesses the OU would be 50. I would think that people think that Buffalo's offense is better than Cleveland's offense, and that OU opened at 54 and a half, I think it was, or that's what it settled at. So I have a feeling that it would be higher than that.
Robert Tonyan.
Fat guy is busy right now, but I'll ask him for you, Sonny. He might be able to give us an answer later if he's too busy right now.
What's that?
He's asking us if we gamble or just view markets.
We place a wager when it appears to be advantageous. Doesn't always mean that we do. It's just something we keep more ambiguous, right? Because it's the last thing we want to do is to give picks and follow plays. It's what's more valuable, we feel, is to give insight, because there's a lot of there needs to be transparency. People that just put out picks and they don't have enough skin in the game. Even us betting whatever amount of dollars won't matter if we're giving out bad information to a lot of people. So the last thing we want to do is be touts. So if we make a play on the game, we might publish it, we might not. We'll never false publish whether we make a play or not, though. I definitely gamble. I gamble every day, Sonny, just on different stuff, not necessarily sports, poker. Every day I do.
I don't know if gamble is the right term to use, Sonny.
Yeah.
The fat guy and I are always searching for
advantage,
expected
larger, small
value. And if we feel like there's expected value, we try to make money. If not, then we don't bet for betting's sake.
Never do that. You're never gonna catch any of us with a lottery ticket or scratch and lose.
I always like to use that Keno because the Keno one just to me is unbelievable. That it's almost 9 million to 1 to hit like the best win in Keno.
8.3 million.
8.3 million, and the payout is 200,000.
Yes, that's right.
I can't think of something
The
crazier
max
than that.
payout is 200,000. So you could even bet have a $10 ticket, and they're not going to pay you 200,000 to 1 on that ticket bet.
That's nuts. Saints with the sack here on third and medium to long, but we're going to have the second punt in a row from the Buccaneers. We'll see if they can do a little bit better in coverage this time. Oh my goodness.
Is a flag though? Who knows?
The flag came out late, so it might not be it might not come all the way back, but block in the back on the receiving team, so it will come back a bit. I'm not sure how far.
I didn't get helped at all by Sammy Watkins and Le'Veon Bell. I can't believe Le'Veon Bell didn't get the go-ahead, and Darrell Williams did. Like, how do you fall off that hard?
He just doesn't fit into that offense properly. It's just like it was such a whiff by like the player personnel to bring him in, considering they've got so many other backs that they can play. Like they could bring guys off the street that would be more efficient in that offense than Le'Veon Bell.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Mudhole saying looks like we have bedtime Brady tonight so far. Live line for the Saints is 5.5 minus 228 on the money line, and the OU has been pushed down to 50.5. What's going on, Don? How you doing tonight?
Hello, Don. Lamar Jackson. Diggs.
Have any of you guys been watching the daily betting market videos that the Fat Guy and I have been putting out with NBA and NHL games? We're looking for feedback, see if you guys like it, if you don't like it, what we could do better. Special teams is so underrated, but some of these playoff games can really be decided by special teams.
Yeah.
So Saints actually end up with the ball in their own 30, so that penalty brought them back quite far. Really nice job by the Buccaneers secondary.
We have an update. Mickey Hill is in first place. However, only has 3 remaining players. The 2 teams with the most are Guns and Arrows and myself with 8. But that's not including the conclusion of this game. I have a lot less points, though, than Guns and Arrows.
Damn. Fat guy already crossed off Cole Beasley for Big Rye. That's rough.
Oh, my bad.
That's rough.
My bad. What's the difference? You got 0 anyways.
Here you guys go. You guys can take a look at the at how the scoring has gone with that.
Defense looks to be playing violently. You could, Dylan. You're in a good spot. I got to be honest. I think a Perva is the favorite if I were to handicap.
Yeah, so like it really is hard to say. This game hasn't even finished yet, and then, you know, I'm sure Dylan probably has an influx of Saints players.
Yeah, he really needs to win this game. Otherwise, I don't think he has much of a chance. So I'm out if the Bucks don't win this game, I'm out of fantasy pretty much. Is New Orleans defense ranked number one? It depends what metric you're using. Do I think they're the number one defense? No. Do I think they're really good? Sure. I think you can make some arguments for the Rams probably. Dude, they were going to measure it diagonally. That was so ridiculous. I don't want to say what Bruce Arians looks like.
He looks like Charlie Villanueva.
Well, you can go a lot further with that. Man, Devin White's going to have a monster game. He's got blood in his mouth, Devin White. That's awesome. Well, all the long shots are out. Bonjour.
What's going on, Untouchable?
Six 6-0.
Good start for the Saints.
I didn't even know you were French, Jay. I can't imagine Mickey is an Irish at some point either. Oh, I'm gonna start saying that. Bonjour, bonjour. Bumberbean covered the 18-point spread. I don't know. I'm going with it. You haven't won yet, Dylan. I don't know what you're talking about, bud. Dylan is a mean girl. I'm not sure if his milkshake brings the boys to the yard, though.
All right. In very, very hasty fashion, I have set up a link where you can check the standings for fantasy, but it's only going to update after Fat Guy updates it. So it's not like a live thing, Dylan. It's not going to count every snap.
Yeah, Zaps. I took bets. I never actually placed any. I just took bets all weekend, and they've won every one. So Fat Guy's in a big hole here. The most money bet on the weekend, though, is on the Saints -3, -115. So conversely, that means I have Bucks +3, +115. So, I mean, that's a great line. I'm happy about it, but, you know, I need it to happen. They still got to cover, right? Touchdown here would be nice. Dylan is a results-based man, Jay. The UCLA product, Ronald Jones, gashing and smashing for 8 tough yards. Uncle Leo? Well, one of us is going down tonight, Dylan. You realize that, right? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He also, in the spread pool, Jay, he got less than 500 against the spread this year, despite claiming to go 60% before the season started. Very far cry from that, might I add.
Neon Wolf, thank you for subscribing.
Oh, my goodness. You could make any excuse. Well, the thing, Dylan, is you have to make the playoffs. Do you understand that? No, he's got it for sure. I love that. Who pushed his behind in the end? Was it Gronk or Leonard Fournette? I like that. Yeah, Bucks did get their first down, Zaps. Oh, 99 with a nice play, which inhibited from Fournette from making a big run. Same here, Zaps. It's so good. It sets the tone for like the series at a minimum, right? Oh.
I remember a lot of us were talking about how Fournette looks so sluggish to end the year, and he's looked very spry and very good in these few touches in the playoffs.
I still think there's something missing.
Well, you just think he's a wuss.
I do think he is a wimp. I do actually think that. This guy's LSU pads on again. But I've seen flashes of him being so strong, too. Like, it just, I don't know.
Really nice play from, I believe that's Lattimore.
Yeah, Marcus Lattimore, yeah. Oh, man.
Evans stopped on that route.
No, it's because he had to, because the ball's behind him. If Brady threw it in front of him, he would have got it.
No, like Evans stopped. Evans slowed down on that route. The ball would have been way behind either way, but Evans definitely stopped on that route.
I think he slowed down at the release of the ball because of that, but again, I have to see a bunch of angles to agree.
Drop from Brown.
How did the offensive lineman get on the Saints sideline? Ryan Jensen? Oh, and he got pulled in. It's not even his bad. Anzalone did that. Free play. What? How do you... Oh, my goodness. What are you doing, referees? Did he not play? Is it... He's saying it's Donovan Smith on the broadcast. Oh, okay. All right. I don't feel bad. Donovan Smith's not the referees. So...
I wouldn't say it's Donovan Smith's fault. It's really on the center to snap the ball if they see someone jump over.
Yeah, but there's no defined rule for that. Like aside from safety, you know what I mean? Dude, Anzalone has had 2 good plays already on defense that I've witnessed. Because that could have saved a touchdown potentially. Maybe not a touchdown, but like a 30-yard gain. Because he had Gronk. They were moving fast, and he had Gronk in front of him. Yeah, that would have gone to the house probably. Holy. I can't think. Is there a better lead blocker than Gronk? Probably in the league, Big Rye?
Maybe 4 years ago. I don't know about now.
It's a blocker, though, right? So, I mean, how much has he dipped on that? Anzalone is a top 5 linebacker. Okay, Dylan. You're playing against 2 of the top 5 linebackers. I don't think he's one of them. some tunes that are featured on the Jackie Brown soundtrack. I agree, Zaps.
Yeah, totally, Zaps. I was going to say that was two excellent stops by the Bucks D. Is Anzalone better than Deion Jones?
Sorry, can you repeat that, Big Rye?
I said, is Anzalone better than Deion Jones?
I don't think so. Zivoto's got Bucks money line. Perfect.
Is he better than Patrick Queen?
Patrick Queen's got a lot to go. I don't think so. But I think that one's a bit closer.
Is he better than Matt Milano?
That one's a bit closer, too.
Is he better than Shaq Thompson?
Shaq Thompson? No.
Is he better than Danny Trevathan or Roquan Smith?
No.
Is he better than Leighton Vander Esch and Jalen
No.
Smith?
No.
Mudhole jumps in with Darius Leonard. Is he better than Gerard Davis?
Jared Davis? I think you might have got one there. I mean, I loved Jared Davis when he first started, but I don't know. He's been like almost close to a healthy scratch since then, and I thought he was one of the better linebackers in the league when he first started. So I don't know what happened with the coaching. Well, I guess Matt Patricia happened, so there's always that.
Is he better than Miles Jack?
No. Wow. He's better than anyone the Browns have, I think.
Yeah,
For the most part.
I skipped by B.J. Goodson, Sion Taki, and Mac Wilson.
Yeah. I think the Jets, too. TJ Watt's more an outside linebacker, though, mine, so. Or pass rusher, at least.
Is he better than Corey Littleton? I guess Corey Littleton's kind of taken a back seat.
Well, he's just got a different role, right? Yeah.
Is he better than Kyle Van Noy?
Holy, that was almost a touchdown to Kyle Van Noy. I don't think so.
Eric Kendricks.
No way. No way.
He's not better than Demario Davis, that's for sure.
We've established that.
He's not better than Blake Martinez. I can say that pretty
Yeah.
confidently.
All right. Bucks on the board. He's better than Bobby Wagner. All right, Dylan.
Bobby Wagner and KJ Wright on the Seahawks.
Seems like a weak call. Yeah, Zitfono. It's you know our stances on that, but
Is he better than Fred Warner or Drake Greenlaw?
no. Drake Greenlaw, maybe.
Is he better than Levante David and Devin White?
No.
Like, he's almost not top 5 in this game, never mind in the league.
Yeah.
Is he better than Rashawn Evans or David Long Jr.?
That's interesting. I like David Long Jr., so he's a very aggressive player, but I mean it would be negligible if he somehow was.
Is he better than John Bostic?
That's close too.
That's it for the league. So there's some good inside linebackers. Hey, Jackson. Hopefully you can take care of things so you can join us later.
Hello, football fans.
Oh, interesting that Deontay Harris is questionable with a neck injury after 2 very strong returns to start this game. I'd say Chase Daniel. Is it Vono?
Brian Scalabrine.
Brian Scalabrine is just a meme player.
He's a
Someone who's
crusty
loved by
Irishman.
I wouldn't say he's crusty, but he's an Irishman.
I think it's a false start here. I didn't make any bets still, and I received bets. Two different things. You can't add things to a bet after, Dylan. Yeah, I will do that, Dylan, but you have to put something up. Intercepted! Intercepted! Touchdown! Woo! Woo! I hate the Bucks too. Who was that low lineman that sold out on that tackle? That's a guy I want on my team. I'll tell you that right now. That was a boomer hit. $78. Is that Eric McCoy?
I have nothing at stake either side, but that sure seemed like a block in the back to me on Michael Thomas. Some guy just came from behind and crushed him.
Yeah, he had his hand inside. It was like a horse collar almost too. But yeah, that did happen. Who is 78 on 78 on the Saints? I want that guy on my team.
It's not Ryan Ramchick. He's 71.
Eric McCoy, it is, and that's a touchdown for the Bucks. I could have picked Mike Evans, and I picked Sammy Watkins. Yikes, man. Yeah, I want Eric McCoy on my team. Did they even play Cesar Ruiz this year? He was their first round pick.
Wasn't Eric McCoy a first round pick as well?
Second, unless I'm mistaken.
And just like that, a couple plays later, Bucks have the lead.
He played 99.81% of snaps. Cesar Ruiz played a lot. I'll look here. He must have played guard or something.
I was just going to ask if they have like a breakdown of where they played at their snaps.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. It says center guard for his...
Something we could do is look back on who started at each offensive lineman position with the game books.
Yeah.
That would give us an idea, at least where they started, because I'm guessing they probably played a fair amount of snaps where they started.
And Sammy Watkins, I was really surprised he didn't play today. A player I personally really don't like, but I'm just surprised. Like he had all this time. Like I don't know. Holy Dylan. Yikes, man. I wouldn't want to be next to Dylan in an airport bathroom. I wouldn't be able to hear. I'd have shell shock from all the tap dancing. Oh, I don't know if you've noticed that commercial there, Big Riot. Someone we know.
Oh, it's all day. This is just,
All day. Yeah.
They've paid for these commercials all day. I don't know if you saw it for the first game. Is it the same feed? Oh my! It is. It's unreal. There's a local lawyer that's somehow bought up like every single commercial spot. Apparently, all we want is lawyers and new floors.
Well, okay, something funny. So, one of the lawyer's customers, let's call him, he had a very serious injury, and he also happened to be a customer of mine, if you can understand. And so I guess he's recouped his gambling losses by doing this commercial. So
that's pretty funny.
You know, he's the only guy I've ever seen. He went 0-8 in UFC when I didn't even know that was possible. It was the prelims. He bet every fight and he lost all of them. It's like hard to do.
Hands down, he's the worst. Lawyers, guns, and money. Dylan with an astute observation. We get to see the block in the back again.
Who's winning fantasy anyway? Big Rye posted a link.
Here's the link. Let me know.
You actually have a lot of points, Jameson.
Let me know if you guys can get there.
I don't hate it that much, Zaps, but I know what you mean. I wonder how much this Taysom Hill injury affects the Saints, Big Rye.
I actually think it takes a like a 5% facet of their offense kind of off the board.
I feel like it's more significant though. Like I'm starting to actually believe that
those 5% of plays are 10% of their edge on offense type of thing.
Mickey doesn't have maybe he does. Mickey has A-Rod, Allen Lazard, and New Orleans defense, Jameson. I'd be worried about guns and arrows. He has Josh Allen.
Jared Cook looks huge compared to those two corners.
Beetlejuice is huge. Well, it depends which one. Man, Dylan is so weird. You have Diggs, Cook, and Crosby left. Yes, correct, Jameson. I don't know. That seemed like pretty even. Jared Cook had that was ugly. Yeah, Jameson, you're in tough. Yeah, pretty much. The only there's really only 4 quarterbacks available because Pat Mahomes is questionable. So it's between Breeze Allen, Brady, and Rodgers, right? That would look like a face mask. Mickey has Aaron Rodgers, so Mickey is still live.
Oh, in Discord, Otis, there wasn't a name change. That's just my Discord username, but you can customize your username for different channels. So I use that username in a different group.
What a play by 45.
Devin White with the key tackle.
Wow, one of the hardest guys to tackle, and he just fires through. That's how you got to do it. Be aggressive, because you got guys behind you that can clean it up. You might as well make them at least slow down and hesitate. Wow. Wow. Wow, what a play. Unbelievable play. And you know where it is, Big Rye?
Where what is?
It is if they had a 4th down decision, I'd feel way more comfortable with Taysom Hill at quarterback on like a 4th and short.
Yeah, he's definitely brought like a whole different dynamic to the offense for short yardage plays.
That's what I mean. Like it just, I don't know. It's weird because I used to think it was gimmicky, and it's kind of grown on me.
Well, it's just nice to have the option to have. They brought in. It looks like they've brought in Winston for this next play. I'm not sure why. Oh, it's because they're going Wildcat.
There's a flag though.
That play
Who knows?
Was unreal, and I don't know how Traquan Smith gets that open.
I'm on technically Otis. I just took a bunch of. Wow.
What was the explanation?
He said number 74 lined up as eligible, or sorry, as illegible receiver. How did this happen?
Yikes.
Jameis Winston with a touchdown. Man, do Bucks have egg on their face.
What an awesome play. What an awesome play. Do you like how you can bring in a quarterback who threw for 5,000 yards last year as a gimmick player on a Wildcat play?
He threw that as nice and easy as possible.
That was perfect though. That's what they needed. Like that was a Russell Wilson touch pass by Jameis Winston.
On my grave, I don't even hate the Saints. I said I don't like the Bucks. Doesn't mean I'm gonna, because it's not how gambling works. You don't bet your favorite team every time unless you want to lose money. It's called value, Dylan. You don't understand how math and odds work, unfortunately. He only played for 1 snap of Perva. Yeah, Otis, I took a bunch of bets on action on Saints. I didn't actually place a bet. I didn't like any of these games, but I offered -3, a Saints -3 at -115, and a lot of people took that. So I have Bucks +3 +115.
Jameis was just in for that 1 snap, so he came in as a They went Wildcat, and he was the quarterback for the Wildcat play. That play was probably designed for Taysom Hill, surprisingly, and just so happens that Taysom Hill isn't playing, so Winston got it.
Mickey, you'd have to convert. You'd have to be join the L. Ron Hubbard faith if you wanted Mimi Rogers, unfortunately. Mind you, she is the former flame of Zeton Lord or Thetan Lord, Tom Cruise, so maybe that carries some weight. I guess that's true, Mickey. Yeah, thank you. It's I got killed booking bets today. Sonny, it's way too early. It's 23 points. So yeah, I got killed this weekend. I offered every line except I offered Green Bay minus 115. They all took that covered. The Bills was -3, minus 110, which is fine. And then Cleveland was -9, minus 115. Yikes. Just happens, right? I got great juice, did everything right. Sometimes you lose. Well, Sonny, that's in the short term. It's a long list. Well, they bet with their heart, Sonny. That's how it works. I don't know. Wow. I don't know how far that is. No way. No catch. Yeah, like you guys rooting for a team to win the Super Bowl? I don't really have any stake in the game. Otis, it would be. Oh, actually, I do. I offered a future 5.1 to 1 on the Bills. Bills fan bet me. So I'd prefer anyone but them, to be honest. As far as teams I'd like to see win the Super Bowl, that's a good question. I would have liked the Rams, to be honest. I'm okay with the Packers. I'm okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm okay with any of these teams, realistically. So,
despite the fat guy's bet, I would like to see the Bills win a Super Bowl, but I
Yeah, I guess that's cool. Yeah.
out of the teams remaining, that's I think who I would like to see win.
Yeah, it would
But
probably if I didn't have a reverse future against the Bills, then that's who I would have liked.
yeah, 30-1 on a Packers future would be really nice to have right now. If Mahomes is out, I think the Packers are the favorite to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, oh absolutely. I think the Chiefs are the best team in the league, but I mean, it's that's Mahomes pending, and I don't think it looks good in my opinion.
I think Packers Bills would be a lot of fun. If Mahomes is healthy, I think Chiefs Bills is going to be a ridiculous game. 5-star entertainment, as I would say.
How can a concussion? They can last years, a perva if you've ever had one. So I've had the concussion twice, and they were both a day or two. But I know people that have concussions that lasted a really really long time. They even have sensitivity to light and stuff. So yeah, that doesn't mean anything. A perva protocol is a little bit different. That looks like a bad punt, and I'm mistaken. That's a great punt. Nice coverage. Where's this flag?
Yeah, I've seen them anywhere from -2.5 to -4. So the books putting out these early lines, you can get some value early on, even though the maximums aren't going to be that high. It's
So
really
what?
hard to say. There's not going to be any news until at least tomorrow, Purva, whether he's going to
No,
be playing or
I
not.
I doubt even
And
then.
and it's going to be probably longer than that. I think Wednesday, is it Tuesday or Wednesday is the first day they start practicing, so it'll be interesting to see if he's practicing by then. But like Mickey said, it's a 5-step process. I don't think any of us know what those 5 steps are. I haven't heard them be public with what the steps are.
Well, they do a
to clear it.
neurologist exam, right?
Yeah.
I just think he's less likely a perva. If I were to put a gambling odd on it, I think he's less likely to play this week, and I don't think it's yeah, it would be sad, but I mean it's
Just how it
it's
is.
very possible, just what it is.
And to be a smarmy asshole about it, we're not going to know until they bring out the inactives to see if he's active, and then when the first snap of the game, we'll see if he's out there, even if he is active. So, but like it's one of those things. If he's active, he's going to be playing. It's not like he's going to be a backup with a concussion. That's just not. I don't even think that's allowed.
That's a little bit illogical, a perva, because it could happen in any game. You know, good example would be Joe Theismann's career. I think it did end on a offensive snap against the Giants where his leg was broken, and the Giants players were the first ones to call the medical staff out because of Theismann's leg. So Yeah, 85. Yeah. Well, you can hate him. Just saying it's pretty irrational. Oh. Yeah, Lawrence Taylor broke and he felt really like it's just one of those things.
I was just going to ask a really dumb question. If Lawrence Taylor was still alive, it doesn't
He is.
say that he's dead. I
He is
just find
alive.
it surprising that we never see or hear from Lawrence Taylor. It seems like he lives quite the private life.
I mean, he's probably still getting over drug addiction. Yeah, oh yeah, he's a sex offender too. Forgot about that one. I can't even say what he did, so yeah, Lawrence Taylor's is, yeah, he is. It's not like it's pretty bad. Well, I'm not gonna say on stream. You can look it
Just
up on
Google it.
Google.
It's some of those
Yeah,
things we can't really talk about on
yeah.
YouTube.
It's distasteful anyways. I wouldn't do it anyways. It's not about that. Yeah, you got Google. You have a computer.
It's going to be 3rd and 11 here for the Saints on their own 39, 3:20 left. And they go with the screen to Kamara.
Kamara, that should have been like what, -1 to +1 gain, and it's 8 yards. Like,
Well, he
impressive.
somehow broke 3 tackles, and then the fourth
Yeah.
one got him out of bounds, still on his feet.
And then they gave him an opportunity to go for it here.
This seems like one of those times where they're just going to
Yeah.
try to draw him offside.
He didn't cross the neutral zone. There's no way.
That is going to be real close.
It is against the Saints.
Either way, not much loss there with that penalty.
No. It gives the Bucks more time, but I don't even know if they need it because they have 3 timeouts.
They just made me realize, why doesn't every defender just do that?
Yeah. Yeah, I think they should. Bigger. I think that's a strategy. Is it Andrus Pete?
So we're going to get a 2-minute drill here from the Buccaneers. They still have all 3 timeouts. This is really the time where guys like Brady and Breeze can really make a difference in a game. These 2-minute drives. Troy Aikman's looking fit, to be honest.
A little bit, yeah.
Like, he's looking pretty good. They need a taller box for Buck, yeah.
Nice run. Oh. Why didn't he just keep going on the outside?
I don't know, but Malcolm Jenkins blew him up.
Yeah.
I've got just a bubbly drink, a Perva. Just, I don't even know, carbonated water, essentially.
Why are they running this play?
They're just trying to get as many plays as they can off, I guess, before the 2-minute warning. But you're right, it leaves them in danger of having to punt and give the ball back to the Saints with plenty of
That's
time
what I
left.
mean.
Mickey Hill, not a fan of Fournette. Another
Well,
drop.
a drop and the run before that was not ideal. Let's put it that way. The drop, though, I mean, he was their third down back for part of this year. Like, I just surprised they can't find a guy, or like McCoy couldn't do that better.
What's going on, Fear? You know what I found it super interesting because when Fournette got drafted, obviously I only watched highlights, and highlights don't tell you the full picture. But from his highlights, like he looked terrible receiving the ball. And then I remember looking at his stats in college, and he had pretty a pretty hefty amount of catches and like yards after the catch, that kind of stuff. And I was just always surprised by it. But because like there's other guys that look like natural receivers. And it's funny, it's oddly enough, Ronald Jones was the guy that came to mind. And then the guy had like no catches. So I somehow saw like his only catches on highlights, and they looked terrific. But it's just interesting to see that Fournette is actually the receiving back over Ronald Jones now.
You know what? Technically, it is a dorm room theme. Jay, my sister went to university in California, and this was her room. So, so like, yeah, I guess it was right. This is still her bed technically. I guess it's mine now. I don't know. It's pretty much a spare bedroom for any of my family come to town.
If you guys check out the onlyfans.com/fat guy, you can see all of his dormitory experiences on live on cam.
Dude, I just do shoots for Colt or Holt, whichever's funnier.
Fear said, I told Dylan that Breeze was done after this year. Was he here already? LOL.
You missed him in Boston. Oh, that was
That's pretty good. I'm gonna be back in just a moment.
Yeah, that was an interesting story, Mickey. It was, imagine, like, probably, let's say I'm gonna go a 9.2 out of 10, and we made a deal if I could name 40 Patriots, which I passed, especially back then. The problem was, though, is everything looked great until you heard her talk, and she had like a Southie accent. So how many points does a woman drop with a obnoxious Southie accent? I don't know, a few points, I'm gonna say. Good job, Fournette. Yeah, that's exact. I'm not even joking, Mickey. It was close to that. No, it's not a Transformer blanket. I did. I used to have A-team sheets, and I forget who. Someone threw them out, and I'm really choked. I wish I still had those A-team sheets. I had a car bed and A-team sheets when I was a kid. Who didn't like the A-team though? Like when they were a kid. Well, I'm 33, so I mean, that was just like those reruns were prime. Wow. And like Mr. T was cool. Like, yeah, I would have taken that too, Mickey. I think I had an NHL one, even though I wasn't much of a hockey fan. Yeah, the concussion looked bad, Beard. It really did. Well, I had a Knight Rider bed. That's what it was, the theme. Because my cousins, it was his before me, and my uncle got someone to make a Knight Rider bed, and the wheel hubcaps were just painted like flower pot things. It was really cool. So
fat guy wanted harder.
Yeah,
just harder, fat guy, harder. Fear said, I wasn't able to see the Kansas City game. Was Mahomes' concussion bad? Yeah,
it looked bad. I mean, we can't say, but like for sure. But it didn't pass the eye test, as we like to say. Man, this is like the 4th catch of the drive for Fournette. They got to watch out. Ali Marpet with a big thundering boom coming in.
Oh. That would still be such a horrible trade for the Texans. Third and 2 here for the Bucks.
He's been impactful on this drive despite that drop. He got the third down play. Antonio Brown. They got 2 timeouts. Why aren't they taking one? Yeah, they did. All right. Dylan, there's one thing is you got to remember the value of position. The best running back in the game, let's give it Alvin Kamara. He's in the conversation, surely. Isn't worth, a good quarterback. It's just how things work.
Ah, man, I wish my life was as fun as those segments.
That's got to be a false start.
Tom does need better lipstick.
He should talk to the same guy that sells Derek Carr's mascara.
Man, if only they could all meet up with Michael Landsberg, they'd all be beautiful creatures.
That was one of the better jokes you've ever made. I gotta be honest. Oh! Oh! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
That's a hard catch to make. He almost made it. Brady put it on the exact right spot.
Oh, he threw it. I don't know how this is a touchdown, to be honest, as much as I would like it to be. Yeah. It's no touchdown. As much as I would like it to be.
Third and 15 here for the Bucks. They still have one timeout left if they do need to use one. They'll probably just let the clock run down to 3, use that timeout, attempt the field goal, and this game most likely will be tied heading into the half. Dylan showing some sexual chemistry with Fear.
Suck up, bro. Who is the backup that we saw in Philadelphia?
Kicker?
No. Quarterback that played in lieu of Hurts.
Oh, Sudfeld. Nate Sudfeld.
Yeah, suds me up, bro.
Barring flags, it's a tie game.
Kind of like how the Bucks. I prefer how the Bucks played the game over the Saints so far. To be real, Saints got on a gimmick play, and a lot of things went the Saints' way, and then they put 13 up. Big plays on special teams, trick play. You know what I mean? Like it hasn't looked as strong. I don't think. So I'm hoping the Bucks can open the floodgates next half, but we'll see. Saints are very talented. So, but I feel like the route to 13 was a little bit more lucky for the Saints so far, but that doesn't really mean too much. It really does look like Tom Brady's wearing makeup.
On the live line, Tampa Bay is plus 111. The Saints are minus 130.
Huh.
So slightly favored toward the Bucks compared to the start of the game. I will be back in a few minutes.
He asked you an honest question, Dylan. It was genuine. It wasn't rude. I didn't think it was that different, Mickey. That's interesting. Yeah, but what's the variance on that play though, right? Because that trick play would have accrued for a lot. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's probably pretty close. Yeah. So we'll see though. Like this is a pretty even game. Opening line is probably not wrong. Like 2.5 is not unreasonable. 3 isn't unreasonable either. Like the Saints should be favorites, just not large ones. Dylan, I don't. I you gotta remember, you always take it so personal. I don't hate the Saints. Um, it's about betting numbers. Like we're just talking about numbers. The Browns are my favorite team. I thought they should have been. I thought there was value on the Chiefs this morning. I really did. Exactly. Well, it used to be burnt orange, but Well, we've done this. We've done this song and dance still long enough. Not everything's personal. I'll take my money in Bitcoin, Dylan, when the Saints don't make the playoffs. Or sorry, don't win the Super Bowl rather. Yeah, but you use facts like if this happened. If isn't a fact. A lot of purple. We see a vest for Michael with a tie, and then who else is it? What you call it? Howie had a purple tie. Strahan's in the Hall of Fame, right? Or is he not eligible yet? He must be. Strahan's got to be in the Hall of Fame, right? Yeah, he is. Okay. Yeah, that Jameson. I've already said that's one of the better fantasy performances I've ever seen, if not the best. Why didn't you make the trade then, Dylan? You got to remember, you had all these opportunities and you didn't have it either. I think you did a great job on the. What was I going to say? You did a great job on the waiver wire, but you didn't. It didn't you didn't make the best trades necessarily. Well, the problem is, Jameson, we got to make more money on the YouTube, on the YouTube, like on the channel. You know what I mean? Because we're paying out more than we're taking in. I can tell you that much, right? So, but we like this project and we like its growth, so it's not really a big deal. I'm not complaining, that's for sure. But don't forget my T-shirt bill is like $700 this year, T-shirts and sweaters. So Well, I know going 13-0. I get it. I understand that. I'm not asking anyone to donate, Dylan. Anybody. And Untouchable is a membership, long-time membership, uh, uh, long-time member of the membership. You know, like I don't see you as a member, Dylan. So I don't think you can hate on that. You can say it all the time, Dylan. I'll hold you to it. If you want to gamble on it, I'll bet you right now. I'll give you on you winning the next year's fantasy, just your league. I'll give you 4-1. I'll put up 400 USD. You put up 100. Okay, we can do it right now. You can call your shot on stream. I'll give you 4-1 right now.
It's pretty good, Dylan.
You got the attention? Here you go. Now it's the conclusion.
Hell yes, he's in.
Hell yes. How much do you like, Dylan? How much you like? I'll go bigger. I can do 2,000 to your 500. What would you like? We're making business. We're doing business deals. You think you're not going to be invited, Jameson? Absolutely. I want that to be the hardest 400 I've ever. Okay, so let's get it in writing.
Yeah, this is an easy payday, Dill. I don't, Dylan. You're only gonna do 100. I feel like you could do more than 100.
I'm offering 100. I will go higher.
Dylan, you're essentially printing money at this point.
Do you accept this wager, Dylan? Yes or no? Say, yes, I accept this wager, and I'll screenshot it, and I'll put it with all the rest of them. I gotta start getting people to put money in escrow, though. Maybe get it to send to Mickey Hill.
Well, Dylan's in. He accepts.
Okay. Phil Spector died today. I don't know if that's a good thing, but sure feels like it.
So Dylan and the fact
Dude,
I have two active bets going right now. One on the Saints winning the Super Bowl at 3-1. So Fat Guy pays out 300 to Dylan's 100 US dollars. And now we have 4-1 on if Dylan can win next year's fantasy league. So that means making the playoffs and winning the playoffs in a 16-week fantasy. Is that what I'm?
That is correct. 12-team fantasy, even perhaps. So whatever the league is able to put forth. Now I do have something funny. I save these pictures, and I call them Dylan proclamations. That's my. Winning the league, Dylan, is winning the not this play is winning your league's playoffs, Dylan. That's what it is. Do you know what I mean?
The odds are the same for both. It really doesn't matter. You just gotta. But usually,
Dylan, it's winning
a
the
fantasy league would be winning the playoffs, not coming first in the regular season.
That's easy. Okay, exactly. So if you can do what Jameson did, if you can be Suck My Ditka's team, you will get paid 400 USD. It's a big pain though, so if you can do Bitcoin by next year, I would appreciate it. I had to get an American draft for Cassone, and it was a pain in the ass to even figure it all out. So I had to mail it. All right. Good luck.
Fear is right. Dylan's going to be rich after these two bets, and he's going to be able to go to the Saints Super Bowl, not only this year, but probably next year.
What can you buy with $700?
Probably like a train ride from wherever Dylan is in Florida to Tampa Bay.
No, he's gonna have to follow like those hobo signals. He's gonna have to ride like an empty cart behind a coal train.
What? What's Dylan gonna buy with all this money? Untouchable says a membership. Dylan, what's the rate for a night with Dylan? With Dylan's escort services. Let's say let's go 4 hours.
Please no on the membership. Discord is the worst app. Oh yeah, all right. Well, you can always be a member and not join the Discord, Dylan.
$70 an hour to Dylan. I'd prefer doing 4 1-hour segments then if it's going to be 300 for 4 hours. Nice run from Kamara to start. Well, I guess it's not to start the half. It looks like they've already run a few plays. I've just been so busy thinking about Dylan's payment for his fresh hole, as he likes to say.
You gotta pay the troll toll
to get into this boy's hole. Another touch for Kamara, who slimes his way to 3rd and 1. The origin of Dylan Toddfield. Dylan used to talk about how shitty our picks were every week, and then somehow we would still do well, and then eventually Dylan has grown. He's become. We've seen him blossom from a young boy into a fresh whole man overnight. Dylan's got a bit sharper, but it's still hard for him to see past the Saints, and it's hard for him to also see past his early life in fantasy.
I'm surprised that the ball didn't get popped out there. So Dylan's just basically the heel on the Big Ryan the Fat Guy channel.
The beloved heel. The
Beloved heel. That's the way. He's Ted DiBiase.
Yeah. He's going to be the $1 million man after all these bets. I can't believe the fact he's pretty much stealing money out of the fat guy's wallet with everyone.
I can barely afford it. I'll lose weight just by proxy. Won't have enough to eat. I can't believe he didn't get tackled behind the line.
Well, you and I, Dylan. We're two peas in a pod over here. Dylan is also a Florida man, and he lives on the other side of North America from the fat guy and I. So, unfortunately, not a true affiliate of us in real life, but we've all grown to be close friends on the internet.
Can I be Virgil? Exactly.
You can definitely be Virgil.
That's so funny. That's what a good pull. Didn't Virgil have like a cutoff tuxedo? And he just carried the money? The $1 million belt? What a fun time.
They keep using Michael Thomas on these crossing routes, and he's just not just having a tough time getting open on him. Yeah, it'd be pretty hard to do as far as Canada and the US.
Yeah, or maybe like Alaska, Mickey, but that's really about it.
As far as populated areas go, we can't get much further away than where we are.
Oh, from where we are, absolutely. That's just, yeah, I mean, parts of Mexico, maybe. Hey, not that I'm into pop culture, but someone showed me the Weeknd got, like, I barely even know who he is, but I do know who he is. He got facial surgery.
It looks like it. Sure does look like it.
He looks like a Bogdanov, like those Bogdanov twins. You know what I mean? Like it looks horrible. And then I guess is it art? Because
I don't know who the Bogdanovs are. I know he's been doing a lot of like art type stuff with his latest video, but I don't know how much of that is like real plastic surgery or for videos.
Because I was wondering, like, is it like he got in a car accident or something in the video? I never actually watched it, but someone explained it to me. So is it like an art thing?
It's an art thing. That's not him in real life. But he does look like he's had some work done. I'll say that.
Well, that's what I mean. Is the work done a tie-in to the art thing?
The for the videos, it's definitely like they've made a it's definitely an art thing. I know what you're talking about.
So his plastic surgery ties into his art or whatever. Like it's
No,
a way
it's
of
like
performance art.
It's like
Cinema verita.
it's a cinema thing. It has nothing to do with him. It's like special effects type stuff.
No, but I'm saying his actual plastic surgery now.
Well, I'm just seeing him right now. It looks like he's had some plastic surgery since then. So,
but that's what I mean. Is his real life stuff cinema verita, where the lines between real and fake are blurred, and he's kind of
it could be
art imitating life.
Dylan Toddfield, call in for heads in chat.
Wouldn't make a very good dictator. I can't believe it's a touchdown. So many good, and that's like they pick on Ross Cockrell, the guy coming in to replace Carlton Davis. What a catch! There's been so many of those today that are unbelievable.
And if I had to put my money on a Saints receiver making a contested catch, the last guy I'd pick is Traquan Smith. But he does a good job here against the former Giant and former Carolina Panther, Ross Cockrell.
Former Pittsburgh Steeler.
Man, who hasn't he played for at this point?
That's a touchdown. That ball is on the money, though.
It is, but that's a pretty similar chance to make that catch as it was for Godwin to make his catch in the end zone, and he...
I don't think so. Man, Lutz has the most ugly extra points, but they go in, and that's all that matters.
Saints is back, says Jimmy. Jay needs to get banned too. He has Packers beating Saints next week. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Someone's got to be on the other side of you, Dylan, once in a while.
Someone give him a timeout. I can give you a timeout. Let's see here. How do I do that again? That was a fun little bit.
Put user in timeout. Hide user on this channel. We could add Dylan as a moderator. That would be fun.
I don't think that's a fun one.
We could also pin his message. So we can come back up here. And I will I'll pin this one. Why not? Dylan wagers $100 US to win $400 US if he wins his BRFG Fantasy League next year. That's fun. Let's do that. I didn't know we could do that. There's new stuff that even the Fat Guy and I are learning from these streams.
We don't give members timeouts.
Well, we've known from the past that timeouts don't work. You know, I don't think anyone who's ever been on a timeout has learned their lesson. Spoiler to anyone in chat who doesn't know, but Dylan Toddfield has been put on timeouts. Mud, that's a good question. Fat Guy, when do you want to start streaming an NHL? Maybe like once a week type of thing?
I could do Tuesday night. There we could, Mickey. A timeout is how we met Roland. That's comment of the day for me.
That is pretty good. On Tuesday, there's 8 games being played. Actually, on Tuesday, the Capitals play the Penguins, which might be a good one to stream.
Is that going to be on TV?
I'm sure it'll be on somewhere. I've got a really, really good site that we could use to watch NHL
All
games.
That might be a flag on 99.
Mud's saying the outdoor games would be fun. Does the NHL have outdoor games this year?
The Classic? Whoa! Jay is upping the ante. That's a face mask. That is a total face mask. Wow. The ref was looking right at it. I'll take that. We have another wager. I'm going to take a picture of this.
How many of these can we pin? Oh,
Pin that one.
One.
Pin that one. I want that one up there. That's good. I am now saving this.
Dylan's got a lot of money on the line now.
He better do. At least he's betting on himself. I don't know if that's intercepted.
It looked like it bounced in live. What are they calling it on the field?
Incomplete, but... Oh, that hit the ground. So this is the 5th Dylan proclamation I have saved.
Dylan said he's only going to do it if I give Jay a timeout, so I'll give Jay a timeout here.
Yeah, done.
Put user in timeout.
Put the shortest one possible, please.
He's timed out for 300 seconds. And on top of that, Dylan... Well, this isn't for you, Dylan. This is for Mud. But apparently February 20th, there's one game on a Saturday for Colorado at Vegas. So people are thinking there might be... that might be an outdoor game. They're also thinking April 17th between Philly, Boston. Oh, they're thinking about doing a 2-game, 2-day outdoor weekend showcase at Lake Tahoe in Alaska. Is Lake Tahoe in Alaska? I thought, isn't Lake Tahoe in Sierra Nevada? Does Lake Tahoe freeze? I'm very confused by this.
Yeah, it does. I'm almost certain it does.
It doesn't look like anything's been announced, though. Jay got put in timeout first time since the 90s.
Oh, it doesn't freeze. I thought it did.
Well, it said they were thinking about going to Alaska, but then they mentioned Lake Tahoe. So unless there's a Lake Tahoe in Alaska. There is a Tahoe City in Alaska, so maybe that's what they're referring to. Because I thought Lake Tahoe was in. For some reason, I thought it was in Utah, but obviously that's not the case. It looks like California, Nevada. I guess the whole point is, Mud, is we do plan on doing live streams for hockey and basketball. We just haven't figured that out. We're probably gonna wait till the NFL's done, or maybe like
that would be.
We might do it on the break between, like, because there's not going to be a Pro Bowl this year, and not that we would usually stream the Pro Bowl anyways, but we're going to have a 2-week gap there where we could probably do a live stream or two. It's something that we want to do. It's just about us managing our workload. It's been a pretty busy time for the fat guy and I.
Yeah, I've seen that, Mickey. It's interesting. I think there is an actual place like that too. So cool. Five for Fighting. That's a musical group, isn't it? That missed face mask would have extended the Bucks' drive. Very unfortunate to not get that called. Hello, Jay. Welcome back. Now the bet is solidified. All demands have been met. No turning back. It is locked in. Oh my goodness. Is this going to be a PI?
Signed, sealed, delivered. And Dylan Toddville will be all yours, untouchable.
This is getting so annoying.
The one thing we do have to figure out is it going to be for the regular season or for the entire season? Regular season and playoffs. That's the only stipulation you guys got to decide on.
Well, I would imagine it'd be who finishes higher in the playoffs with points for being the regular season. There you go. All right.
Touchable says regular season. That's what I've tracked this year and then split it. And it has to be total wins.
Oh!
Drop by Winfield. So they both agree for the regular season in the contest.
Oh, in the contest.
It's going to be the total number of wins. So whoever has more wins at the end. Because I'm not doing win percentage. If one of you guys gets up big early and then decides to stop playing because they got a good win percentage, that doesn't count. So total wins.
Oh, it was a contest bet. My bad, Jay. I got confused. Fumble! Yeah! They've been
Big
doing it the
play.
whole time, all game, trying to punch that ball out. And Cook's the guy they get.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. And it's Winfield. Winfield has made some really, really spectacular plays this year on
Well, Big
defense.
Rye, I don't know if you remember a certain player that was formerly Antoine Winfield, currently Antoine Winfield Sr., who is a little bit famous for this type of thing.
Yeah, it makes sense. It looks like the Buccaneers have a budding superstar because this is a big play to make in a playoff game.
Huge, huge.
Mud calling for that Gronk touchdown.
Like father, like son. Antoine Winfield Jr. with a big play.
If the not saying that Drew Brees and the Saints isn't going to be like a nice team to make it through, but I have a feeling that the NFL has to be ecstatic right now if they have a Brady, Rodgers, Mahomes, Josh Allen Final Four quarterback matchup.
Yeah. It's good for business. Rojo. I like how the Bucks linemen have been extra nasty today. They came in and they got that late shot. Wow. It's Marpet and Jensen have been extra mean today. And who is 18 on the Bucks? That was a nice play. Godwin?
Godwin's
He's
14. I'm not
14.
sure who 18 is.
Is it Watson? Justin Watson? Jones is doing he did a good job in the last two carries with ball protection.
Well, it's also reminding me of Jamal Williams for the Packers yesterday. Just looked terrific in that game, by the way. Like north-south, no hesitation, picking up every hard yard he can.
Yeah,
in a playoff
exactly.
game.
Every contact yard he can, with tight on the ball. He's losing some yards as far as like possibility, but he's his security is higher, so I think it's a better EV run to do it that way. Brady that looks scary. I thought Brady would have to run there. Surprised they didn't run it again. Oh. Evans had that if he would have thrown it to the corner of the end zone.
Yeah, Brady locked in on Brait there, and he just didn't get open. Gronkowski alone at the top.
Touchdown! Leonard Fournette of all people. Woo! Mickey Hill. I love Fournette. Mickey Hill has been doing the George Costanza, where he's leaving on high notes. Like, you don't see him write too much. And then, like, if you scroll through it, I don't know. It reminds me of. All right, I'll see you later, guys. Leaving on a high note. I miss Seinfeld, man. Why has there never been a show like it?
And the extra point is good. We have a tied game at 20.
2020 Jackson, off of a Jared Cook fumble punched out by Antoine Winfield Jr. on a converted 3rd and 5 play from roughly 11-yard line to Leonard Fournette of all players. 2020 Saints have the ball. Ah. Oh, and also Jackson, we had to kick out Untouchable J. Part of a stipulation that the only way Dylan would take a head-to-head bet in regards to most contest wins in the regular season next year for $100. So that's one thing. And also, Dylan, I gave him 4-1 on winning next year's fantasy league for 100 to 400. So you missed a little gambling action within the chat.
That's going to be a very interesting experience, Jackson. I hope it goes well for you.
That's so cool. I don't know. I'm down with that kind of stuff.
Well, it's an experience a lot of people don't get to have. So make the most of it.
A lot of it. Oh, excuse me, one sec. Close one. Oh. Almost missed the bomb going off. A lot of people don't earn stuff like that either, so.
Very astute point, Dylan.
Yeah, I heard that before, Jackson. It's the death penalty. Philippines is too, more or less. I think you're allowed to kill drug dealers or something.
They did have martial law for a while.
Yeah.
For it.
Duterte.
Somehow they had 4 guys on Kamara on that play, by the way. Like looking back at that replay.
It could have been Dylan, but I don't think it was, and it doesn't matter anymore. Yeah. So far, not so good, to be honest, Jackson.
I made a couple plays on the first day, but I haven't since. I'm still waiting to collect more data on the NHL to really understand what the markets mean. Because what's interesting about a market like the NHL that I've found in previous years is that like some of the games have less than 1,000 bets. Like this game here, I don't know where it exactly finished, but I think this game had close to 30,000. So to think about, some of these NHL games have 3% of the market that this NFL game has. So the contrarian value might just not be there as often or as strongly with NHL. And like for UFC, I actually find that the sharps in UFC are better than the books. At least in the past they have. I'm not sure about right now. So it's the same type of thing where there's not a lot of bets placed, and the expertise in some of these lesser bet leagues might be stronger than what the lines that the books are able to set.
Man. Another penalty to extend a drive.
That's a weak one too. I wish we got to see more camera angles behind the quarterback when they make some of these throws, because some of these throws are just really, really nice to see when you get to see like from the quarterback's point of view. Don talking about the OU 52.5. Which side did you end up getting on, Don? I've got one unit on the under at 53. Pass breakup by, is that Jamal Dean?
Jamel Dean.
Jamel Dean. Third and 9 here from the Saints. We'll see if the Bucks can get this stop. Bucks should be favored to get this stop at 3rd and 9.
What a job.
Pressure gets to Breeze. He has to get rid of that ball sooner than he'd like. And the Buccaneers get a stop. They're going to get the ball back with a chance to take the lead here. With very little time left in the third quarter, moving into the fourth. I don't know enough about the players, Jackson, to know. I know Harden's really good. I know he's now on Brooklyn with 2 other very good players. It seems like stacking NBA teams is usually a good thing, so I don't know how much they had to get rid of to get him. I also saw they traded like all their draft capital, so essentially once this is over, they're going to become the Knicks for the next 10 years after that. But does Brooklyn still have the same owner? Is it still that Russian guy?
No, he's sold.
Okay, because I know he was the guy who really was trying to push hard for a championship, so I was just curious if it was still him. But they're obviously trying to win now.
His name's Joseph Tsai. He bought it from Mikhail Prokhorov.
Yeah, I didn't know that Prokhorov sold, so. Dylan calling for a Nets-Mavs NBA Finals. Has Harden played any games yet? Yeah, Houston potentially got 8 draft picks. That's
Wow.
like, that could be, depending on the picks and when they're at, that could be really good. I know there's been lots of news of Kyrie. I don't know what it's all about, but it seems like a lot of negative news surrounding Kyrie. Yeah. Like there's no like Durant and Harden are two of the best players in the league. They get to play on the same team. Kyrie's no slouch either. When he is on the court, he's a pretty good player. So that's been the trend in the NBA to have three superstars, and they got it.
Joseph Tsai is a co-founder of Alibaba, so I don't
Oh,
think there's
really?
exactly
That's
a shortage
interesting.
of money there. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Where is he? Is he from China then?
I don't know though. Like I don't know if he's a Chinese American or if he's just Chinese. I'm really not sure. Let me look it up. He's Taiwanese, Hong Kong, Canadian. That's what it says on Wiki.
It's
So
interesting.
he went to school in the U.S. though. Lawrenceville School in Lawrenceville, New Jersey. I don't know if that's an affluent part of New Jersey. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. He played lacrosse and inside linebacker. He went to Yale. Yeah, he must have been wealthy. Man, what a tough run by Rojo. And you and I really don't like this running back room, but let's be honest, I like a Fournette's drops and stuff, and his cement hands aren't great, but they've done some tough running here, and we're okay with that. Rojo in particular, I feel.
I don't mind Ronald Jones. I thought that he really struggled his first season, and
Yeah, it was bad.
I expected a lot different style from him. Watching him in college, he actually reminded me a lot of Jamal Charles. Obviously, not as good as Jamal Charles, but but the style of play was very similar. And Ronald Jones has been obviously no Jamal Charles, but he's played so much better than he looked in his rookie season the last year and a half or 2 years.
Sue is a big man, absolutely, Don. My favorite moment of Ndamukong Sue's career was when he attempted a point after try. It didn't work. He was unsuccessful. Oh, Joseph Tsai owns part of the Carolina Panthers, and as well as the Los Angeles FC.
So big sports fan.
And he invested in the Premier Lacrosse League. And wow, he's got a whole bunch of stuff. He owns the Long Island Nets of the NBA G League, the Nets gaming crew of the NBA 2K League. He bought the New York Liberty in the WNBA. He owns the San Diego Seals professional box lacrosse team. As well, this is in addition to the Nets. He helped fund the start of the Premier Lacrosse League, and wow, very interesting stuff. He played lacrosse, so I mean, I guess that's it. So he holds Canadian and Hong Kong passports. Huh. I feel like it's easy to get a Canadian passport if you have money, like more so than American.
Fat Guy, what do you think about Urban Meyer getting hired as the Jaguars head coach?
It's probably the way to go. I got to be honest. If you're the Jags, like how I would rate jobs is ownership, and I actually like the owner of the Jags, Shahid Khan. He sent his son on a like an internship with multiple teams, notably the Patriots, and by and large, like the Jags have really attempted being good. They had Saxonville. They had a strong defense. They were one drive away from making the Super Bowl against the Patriots. And I like how Jackson put it. It's a big swing, but you've got to take it. Exactly. I feel like they've taken gambles in the right spots. It just really hasn't worked out, more or less. So I'm interested to see how the college crossover works, because this isn't just a college coach. It's a very storied college coach. So it's very interesting. Bold move, Cotton. Absolutely. The Ocho, ESPN 8. Yeah, but I mean, there's going to be part owners. Jack Ma does own Alibaba, Don, but this is one of the earliest, I guess, investors. So he's a co-founder, it says. Yeah, and technically Alibaba is a public company. Although that Ant Group tried to go public in China and it got blocked by the government. So who knows?
3rd and 1 for the Buccaneers.
Here we go. Here we go.
Easy. Breaks this to the outside. He's
no.
going to go.
No.
Fat guy yelling no. There is a flag on the play.
How many flags have killed the Bucs today? I'm going to say 6 or 7.
Holding, so this is going to come back.
I don't like these aren't that was so minuscule. Wow, man. This is just like a little hosiery here against the Bucs.
Yeah, Jones looks he's walking back to the sidelines pretty gingerly.
Oh, I'm behind you, Mud.
Some foreshadowing. Well, Johnson is the answer to who is number 18. I'm not sure who that is.
Tyler Johnson. That was unbelievable. It wasn't even a question. You know what I mean? There was no bobble. That was unbelievable. I hope Rojo's not hurt, though. I'd prefer him running the ball. Wow.
Yeah, a lot of people actually put money on the Buccaneers for this game, Jackson, which is interesting.
In my neck of the woods, all my customers took the Saints, so that was interesting. But mine's kind of an echo chamber. And they all took it at Saint -3, -115. So, I mean, tough, steep price.
And I'm not sure if that was a mess up by Fournette or mess up by Brady, but something was wrong with that handoff. That's on Fournette.
Yeah, and Fournette went the wrong way. Yeah, I push at 3, Mud. Yeah. Saints winning by 3 pushes it. Absolutely. Got him, Scotty Miller. And that's a flag on the Saints. 15-yarder.
What a big play for the Tampa Bay offense.
Dude, Miller juked him right out of that, and Brady threw it in a bucket. I don't really know what the flag would be on there.
I don't either.
Wow, this is just a lovely game. We were honestly, I had a feeling this would be the best game of the. Well, I mean, it's probably the most likely to.
Have they announced what that flag's for yet?
Yeah, they said there is no hit to the head. They picked it up, but they
Okay.
called it holding on the defense. But it's declined. So
Okay. In the food world tonight, going to be having some Greek-style chicken and roasted potatoes, so that's going to be fun. They're not going to get this playoff in time, so the Bucks look like they have to burn a timeout, which could be pretty crucial with 11 minutes left in this game.
looked like Fournette was not on page again.
Yeah, it kind of looked like it was a late, like a really late audible, but Fournette didn't pick it up. Had to head to the line of scrimmage, but it was too late. Oh yeah, Untouchable. You were mentioning earlier you had that mac and cheese cooking. And Don, yeah, betting sports, most people are emotional when they bet sports. I wasn't born with that gene, I guess.
No. I can get emotional about the game, just like the intricacies. The money, I wouldn't say the money is like really a thing, but I do like good plays. So, and especially for the team I'm rooting for.
It's called a beard, Dylan. Ronald
Man,
Jones.
Rojo.
He looks fine on that run.
Oh, I love sushi. Love sushi. I feel like Vancouver is the sushi capital, outside of Japan. So, and San Francisco, from what I hear. So, there's this unbelievably good place near where I live. Me and Big Ry used to live near there as well. But man, Jones is working hard. Yeah, in theory, Jackson, in theory. Although I always find it weird, like at some of like the not chain ones, but like smaller, like less inexpensive ones. Like I always find it bizarre when they have like East Coast fish on them. Like, how can you have that on the menu?
2nd and 9 for Tampa. 10 minutes left in this game. Almost a Gronkowski touchdown.
It's 2 off the board now.
I believe Mudd has a Gronkowski touchdown prop, so it would be nice to see him get one.
Bucks so close. Some good coverage, though. I got to give the Saints credit. Like all of these catches have to be close because the coverage has been so good from the Saints. Fournette playing third down back again. I like how I feel like Lattimore is being targeted too much. Like, do you know what I mean? He's
That was really good coverage from Lattimore.
yeah, that was on that like comeback burst. That's unbelievable because to even get a finger on the ball to bat it is impressive. To nearly make a play like that, wow. Suck up. Suds me up, bro. Bucks take the lead. The first one of the game, I believe. Oh, no, they were up 7-6 before, weren't they?
Yeah.
No, they were up. They were up before. My
were
mistake.
10-6, I think, at one
10-6,
point.
10-6, yeah.
The Packers will be favorites next week, regardless who they play. By how much, I'm not sure, but Saints are going to be underdogs if they play the Packers. Also, like Kansas City had, 16,000 fans today? And Green Bay had a healthy amount of fans as well, so tiny bit of home field advantage.
I have a question. How can the rookie have a second season? Shouldn't it be the sophomore? Yeah, the Saints did play the Packers earlier this year, Mickey. They did. It won handily.
Do you guys know if they're allowing fans at the Super Bowl?
At least Dylan's starting to get a little more realistic. Don says Green Bay -4. That actually kind of makes sense.
I think I'm going to take what all you guys said and just split the difference and say it's probably going to be Packers -2.5.
I'll take Packers if that's the line on either team.
I think it'd be Packers -2.5, but they'll be like -115 type of thing. That's my guess. Pretty much exactly what the line was for this game. Well, Dylan, there's also a difference between what you think the line will be and what it should be. So like you said, you think it should be Saints -3, but you expect it to be Packers -2. And it's going to be well below freezing with a chance of snow, which would be interesting. Don thinks Chiefs would be -7 if Mahomes plays, but the lines come out anywhere from 2.5 to 4 in favor of Kansas City early on. So according to that, Don, if that's what you think, you've got some nice value on the Chiefs.
Yeah, you got a concussion, Jax.
Yeah, he got a concussion halfway through the third quarter. He didn't finish the game.
It didn't look good.
What a key third down play.
Wow, I can't believe he didn't go down. He got hit, and his body went through the air. Oh, his elbow might have been down. He's down. He's down. He's short. Challenge that. He's short. His wrist went down. Oh, man.
We get a Ty Montgomery sighting? I haven't seen this
Two.
guy.
That's the second one.
I haven't seen this guy with a carry all year, it feels like.
He had two carries this drive so far. He had a catch earlier, too. He should have challenged. His wrist was down, Mickey, and that was third down. Man, come on. A lot of logistics with the Bucs. Some penalties, some warranted, some unwarranted. just hurting them a little bit. And then they completely had their pants down on the. Whoa! Interception! Oh, do you see Devin White shove 12?
What a play!
Yeah, Bucks, right on.
That could be the game changer right there. The Henny did not look good, Jackson, but he did convert a key, or he almost converted a key 3rd and 14. He was just like a half yard short, and then they went shotgun on 4th down and completed it.
Jackson, let me set the scene. Browns had no timeouts, and the Chiefs ran 2 plays out of shotgun with 2 minutes left. Do you believe that? One was a sack, which was fine, and then the other one was to seal the game on a 4th and 1, a passing play. A 4th and 1 passing play at about the 45. And the Browns had no timeout. It was unbelievable. I'd never seen anything like it. Horrible, in my opinion, clock management strategy from Andy Reid. But, of course, play calling's great. Dude, they landed on him real hard there. Like, if that were a quarterback, it'd be a 15-yard penalty all day. Well, Don, you should bet that. So
Don calling his shots.
I don't know who Deshabeal Watson is, though. That swipe text is a tough one if you're on your phone. No, I don't think so, Jax. I couldn't believe it. Like, the Browns could have won the game if they didn't. You know what I mean? Like, in a lot of scenarios. Gronkowski to the 5-yard line. Bucks defense playing real well. Who took them in the I must have. Yeah.
First and goal here for the Buccaneers.
Wonder where they're going to spot this ball. Yeah, that's at the 1.5 yard line, looks like.
It looks like they brought Arian straight from the hospital to coach this game.
It sure looks like it. Is it my favorite play? Are we going to run up the gut, Mud? Is that touchdown? Wow! All right. Most boring, excellent play. Boom. Count it. Okay. Well, I will say this, though. I am happy about it in the sense that a lot of people rolled their winnings over to this game, so this was a big one for Fat Guy, as you can tell by the voice. But I wanted a good game anyways, but that's nice. Fantasy implications, that's also a face mask on somebody. So I think this game's been mismatched a lot, though, or mismanaged in some spots. So you think so, Jax? You think it'll flip that way? The problem is it's so hard to bet these markets because they're both good teams, right? Like, you don't get the really bad team off a bad game and a really good team or a bad team off a bad game and a good team off a good game. So you don't get that spread of misinterpretation. That's in. He got ignored by a high five. Wow. All right, Dylan. Do you have Bitcoin? I'll accept that. I'll accept 100 USD in Bitcoin. And that's pretty cocky. There's 5 minutes left. Anything can happen. All right, Dylan. I hope you stay till the end. I got to be honest. Those linebackers have had a really good game for the Bucs.
The live line is Buccaneers -6.5, -130, and Buccaneers money line is -1,500. So Saints are +890, almost 9-1 to come back and win. Mud's line projection is going to be Green Bay -2.5. That was the same projection I had. I feel like that's where they're going to get equilibrium for that game. So it will be interesting to see if they tend to be off that 2.5 or 3 point line. I do think the line will sit somewhere between 1 and 3 though for Green Bay.
Oh, that's the oldest trick in the book when it looks too good to be true. Yeah, Denver. I was all over Denver. Yeah, that's another one. It was ended up at being Denver +3, Corey Andy.
The Chiefs are what, 7-9, 7-10 now this year against the spread. So they've actually been really bad against the spread this last half of the season. Oh. Oh, they've got. This is just sad. They've got a Drew Brees career resume, and they just put stubble on him to make him look older.
It's so funny.
Yeah, Mud and Corey saying they're 0-8-1 in their last 9 against the spread are the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Could you imagine
I
going
liked them
0-8-1 against the spread and then winning the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Like that's unreal.
Well, that's why the Patriots being like 60% ATS for like how many years in a row, Big Ryan?
It was nuts.
That was the craziest thing ever. And you and I especially were throwing good money after bad against the Patriots almost every week.
Yep.
I remember probably 3 times we got to bet on them, 3 or 4 times during that span. And I think we were 3-1 over that time. One was, I think 2 of them were against the Steelers.
And even when they're underdogs, it was like +1. Like
yeah,
it's not even an underdog at that point.
What was the one that we lost? The Chiefs. We lost to them betting the Chiefs once. Devin White is having a crazy good game. Crazy good game. Crazy good game. This is having a crazy good game, Devin White.
Yeah, Mud. It definitely says something about the market's perception more so than the quality of the team. But that's why the Patriots, it was so special that they were, even despite that, like the books couldn't set the price high enough for the Pats to still win.
Yeah. To win, they still cover.
Well, they keep having reports that Brees say he's going to retire. We'll see. We'll see at the end, or once this season's over. I'm sure he'll announce whether he'll play or not.
Yeah.
I will say this for Brees: it's probably really hard to step away because this team is really one of the best rosters in the league.
And they've also built so much compliments around him. Do you know what I mean? Like they have Taysom Hill to like alleviate pressure for him, which unfortunately he didn't have in this game. And you could argue that has hurt the Saints, but
I don't think we've ever seen it either, but could you see them using like a guy like Jameis Winston to just start games and let Breeze sit to rest? Like, I know that's kind of a crazy concept and not something we've seen too much. I don't even know if we've ever seen it in the NFL.
well, I mean, I think they did a pretty good job to that, anyways, right? Like, the problem is though is like, I don't know, it's tough.
Yeah, that could be it, Mud.
Intercepted. It looks like he could have been out of bounds though.
I think he looked like he was in, so I think this is going to stand as an interception.
Dylan losing a lot on this game. Fantasy implications not looking good. I really don't know. I can't see from that angle.
He looks good. I don't see him stepping on the white. We'll get another good angle look here.
Oh, that's
1
in.
foot
That
in,
is so
2 foot
in.
I think he even gets 3 feet in before that. So now it's the Bucks against the clock at this point.
Yeah, we did. Well, I don't know, Otis. We're looking good. We're looking good.
The OU still in question. I've got 53. So
See you, Jax.
have a good night, Jackson. And if we don't talk to you, have a safe trip over to Korea.
Absolutely.
So Saints still have all 3 timeouts left in this game. That's a drop from Jared Cook. I know you guys are talking about the zip on Breeze balls, but like Breeze, I know, still looks pretty good to me.
Well, they're just saying that the depth of target has been so shallow that it might indicate that perhaps the longer pass zip isn't there. You could isolate it to anything, Ryan. That's the one thing about excuses. You could say that. You have no idea.
It looks like the Saints have used 2 of their timeouts here, so they only have 1 timeout left, 4:10 remaining. This is 3rd and 8. It'll be interesting to see what the Buccaneers decide to do here on offense, if they want to be aggressive and trying to get that first down. Because if the Bucks play this right offensively, they can keep the ball for the rest of this 4 minutes. They're showing Drew Brees' family in the box.
A little
shotgun here for the Bucks, so they're being aggressive. And they snap the ball early. Godwin is going to get this first down. So Saints only have 1 timeout left. He looks like a confused man in a nursing home. I don't know about
it's
that.
getting a little far. Yeah, he's just thinking about his life and his career, I'm sure, because this is like a defining moment, I imagine, right? Because maybe he had told his wife something. Who knows? A lot of emotion into that. So, and he has had a spectacular career. And even if he goes out with what is perceived as a whimper, they still had a fantastic season. They just, you know what I mean? There's math and probability with all this stuff. You know, some things, sometimes she goes, sometimes she doesn't. And nothing on this guy. He's disappointed in himself, no doubt. he does look like a guy who's going to retire. And yeah, that's a first ballot Hall of Famer. And I agree with Untouchable Jay.
So
Because the other thing too, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Whoever lost this game was going to have that type of treatment, the quarterback. If Brady lost, it would be that he's too old or he looks bad or this, that, and the other, right? Because largely a win is positively correlated with strong quarterback performance, right? So realistically, the chances of whoever losing this game looking like an inferior over-the-hill player is high, right? So that's my sense on it. I just have a lot of respect for Breeze and how well he's prepared for himself every season. And yeah, it's unfortunate he threw 4 interceptions, but a lot of it is, a lot of this has been. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought watching this play. Brady has been on the best tear of his career. I think that's insane to say. Brady was on the best team I've ever witnessed. Who is it? The 2010, 2009 Patriots? That was the best. It was 50 touchdowns. Undefeated till the Super Bowl.
I'll try to throw it in once in a while, Otis. The key thing here with this next play is that if the Bucs do manage to pick up a first down, this game is over.
And the under cashes too. Oh, it was 07? Yeah, starting to blend into it. Yeah, that makes sense. That's going to do it. 30-20.
That is the game. The under looks like it's going to cash unless there's any flags to the to end this one.
Dylan, are we going to get any comment here?
Well, it's not so much about comment. It's about figuring out how he's going to pay you.
How is he going to pay me? Dylan, you lost. You lost.
I think the NFL is going to be static with this because Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Josh Allen, and hopefully Patrick Mahomes. I can't think of any other quarterbacks they'd rather have in this year than those 4 guys. Possibly Russell Wilson, but I don't know. This is pretty good for the NFL, how this has worked out. Yeah, and then as far as Super Bowl is concerned, we're going to get either Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes versus Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady. I think that's going to be unreal. I think it's going to be Kansas City, Green Bay.
There he is. I think you need my PayPal, Dylan.
I'm not sure when sports players are going to get vaccinated. I don't know how they're rolling that out to professional athletes or if they're even in the conversation.
Yeah, I can accept PayPal, Dylan. I could even send a request to you. Yeah, I'll send you here. I'll send you whatchamacallit, a request. It's my email. My PayPal email is different than one that you have.
So we're gonna get two very cold games in Kansas City and Green Bay. I think,
Yeah.
which will be fun too. The most interesting thing to note is if Mahomes is going to be cleared to play.
I'm gonna request Canadian, Dylan, the American of can the American version of it. Okay, the American equivalent, and I will post to everybody when you've paid. It's down a little bit, so you're okay. I sent you a request, Dylan. I sent it to your email. Unfortunate ending for the Saints, but a great season nonetheless. One of the teams I like more in the NFL. Just it sucks to go out with 4 interceptions. You know what I mean? But I mean tip balls and what have you. Oh, Dennis Allen citing on defensive coordinator, and Brady winning the rematch here. No masks between the two. Is that going to be a thing? You hit the under, eh, Big Rye?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty fortunate.
Yeah. See the Discord, Mud?
I'm just entering in. There was 31,851 bets placed on that game. Interesting to note that there was actually more bets placed on the first game of the year between Houston and Kansas City than there were in that game. Just it's interesting.
No, it's 129. Oh, that's because there's going to be a commission, Dylan. So yeah, I'm Oh, really? Sorry, Dylan. I would have had to pay it the other way. You know that. So I sent you the request. I didn't put a note. So this is my email. This is the PayPal email. It's my poker screen name, Gino Purple. Hey, I got it. Everybody, Dylan Toddfield paid his debt. Dylan Toddfield paid his debt. A lot of respect to Dylan. A lot of respect. Credit just went up because it was dubious. No, my name isn't Gino. Gino Purple is it's a character from a mattress commercial. So I mean, yeah, take from it what you will. I had
Gino
to make
Purple stuff right here.
Yeah, can you put it on, Big Rye?
I'll show pictures. It's a YouTube thing.
It's
Search
a
Gino
YouTube
Purple
thing.
into YouTube if you really want to know. But mad respect to Dylan.
That was quick too.
Dylan knows he's going to be making that money back anyways. Now, congrats, Untouchable. $300 win on his block pool. So we only have 3 games left in the NFL.
I gave Dylan 3-1 or 3.5, I think 3-1 on the Saints winning the Super Bowl, and he paid instantly. So, mad credit to him. Packers 4-point faves. That makes sense. I don't really like that game from an outset. I got to be honest.
Well, it opened at 3.5. It was bet up to 4 within 3 minutes. But that line has only been out for 7 minutes now, so people still betting the Packers up. All right, guys, we are going to shut the stream down, but start it right back up for the YouTube members, and we will talk about these opening lines and what they mean. Thanks for joining us, guys, for the live stream, and if you haven't already, just make sure you guys join that Discord. If you do have the membership, just hold on tight. It's just going to take us a minute or two to get it back up and going for just the YouTube members. Yeah, see you in 5 seconds.
Yeah.